we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Consciousness is Sexy. I'm your host, Patty Alfonso, and this week's topic is being you in bed and beyond. It's you, your body, and the elements of sex. How does it get better than that? So, wow, there is so much energy around this particular topic. And there are so many energies that we as a reality and as beings sort of glump into this one thing that we call sex, that we make very significant and very important in this reality. So my target for this show is to play with all of the different energies that are available. And I'm going to go into what those elements of sex are as we play with them in Access Consciousness. So let's start there, and then we shall see where we go. So there are 5 elements of sex. The first one, well, they're not in any particular order, but my favorite is the element of sensuality. And that is all about your body and the ways in which your body enjoys being touched and being caressed and being hugged and being held. So that is the element of sensuality, is the sensualness that is the body as a sentient being in this world. The next element, which is also one of my favorites, is the element of sexualness. And this is kind of a new word that, well, not new for us, but maybe new for some, new for this reality. The energy of sexualness, which is the energy of joy and creativity and nurturing. It has a sort of orgasmic quality to it as well. It's the healing, the caring, and the nurturing. That is the element of sexualness. We also have the element of sex. Now, most people, when they talk about sex, what they're actually talking about is copulation. The element of copulation is basically putting the body parts together. Any body parts that you desire to put together. That is copulation. You put body parts together. Now, sex, as the way we talk about it in Access Consciousness, is really all about receiving. And it's about being willing and able to receive all of the energies that are available. Sex is like when you're feeling really good, hot, sexy, beautiful, handsome, whatever those words are for you, and you're walking around the world and you're strutting your stuff and people are admiring you and they're like lusting after you because you look good and you feel good and you're walking around and you're like, yeah, I got this. I got my favorite dress on. Yeah, woo! So that is the element of sex. It's actually the receiving of energies, the receiving of all energies. So sensuality, for those of you that have just joined us, don't be late. Just kidding. So sensuality, the way that bodies love to be touched and caressed and kissed and held. Sexualness, which is the healing, caring, nurturing, expansive, joyful energy. It's the energy of like when someone holds you and they hug you, and when they're really being the sexualness that they truly be, like your whole body melts and it feels really yummy. Sex, which is receiving, which is when you're feeling good, you're strutting your stuff, you're walking around, everyone's admiring you. And it's just that like receiving of all energies. And then copulation, which is putting the body parts together. And do you like how I clap like that? Because sometimes that's what it's like. Ugh. Ugh. And so it's kind of funny because we do have one more element, which I'm going to get to. But when we talk about copulation, putting the parts together, so perceive that time when you put your body parts together with someone else and it wasn't that much fun. And it kind of sucked, and it was more like, technical difficulties, what's up? Okay, now you can hear me. Is that better? Okay, I'm gonna go back over here. Tara, you're muted if you need to say something.
Did I mute you? It was like you did this, and then no sound. No more receiving. It was just none.
Anything that you guys don't want to hear about.
No sex.
No sex. Yeah. Okay.
No, none like, no copulation like this. No more.
We don't
No
want
more.
it. So is that the last thing that you heard?
Exactly.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. So I'll pick it up from there. Now, can you see my face or Tara's face? Me? Okay, cool. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to pick back up with this. So think of the last time that you put your body parts together with someone, that you copulated. I'm going to keep using that word so that we can keep differentiating between all of these energies that we have lumped together and put into one thing called sex. So think of that time when you copulated with someone and it was just like, and then like, and you know, did your body feel good? Did you, hi.
She waved. She waved.
Hi.
I'm telling the people at Starbucks that we're talking about sex. So
awesome.
They want to see you. They want to see you. So.
Okay, cool. Okay, so everything that brought up, right, wrong, good, bad, pot online, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Now perceive the energy of copulation when you included all of the other elements. Sensuality, when they touched you and caressed you, when you touched you and caressed you the way that you desired, when there was that sexualness energy of yumminess and nurturing and joy and caring and expansive and orgasmic, when there was sex, there was actually gifting and receiving between the bodies and between your beings. How much more fun was that kind of copulation? Now, another element, obviously, of sex is that element of orgasm, the sensations of orgasms, that place when you're totally present to every single sensation that is occurring in that moment. Now, the thing about orgasm is, and we talk a lot about this in Access Consciousness, is that you can have orgasmic living where everything is orgasmic, not just like that one moment during copulation, those 20 seconds where you can quote unquote feel everything in your body, like that explosion. Like you can actually be and have that all of the time. You can be and have that when you eat a piece of chocolate cake, or when you go swimming in the ocean, or when you go hiking and your body's just like turned on and alive and all that good stuff. So that's another element of sex. And then the last element of sex is that of sexuality. And this is actually how most of this reality functions. The thing about sexuality is that it's actually a definition. It's a definition of who you think you are, and it's a definition of who you will and will not receive from. It is a judgment. It's a judgment. I am a heterosexual woman, therefore I will only receive and have sex receiving all energies from heterosexual men. So do you see how that sexuality is actually the ways in which you can cut off your receiving from everywhere and everyone? And there's an example that was kind of rolling around in my universe when it comes to sexuality. I was at an event last year, and it was the last night, and we were at this big, beautiful party, and I was on stage dancing, not stripping, just dancing, as I like to do. And this really beautiful, fun song came on at the end of the night, and I was just on stage dancing, and I was with a bunch of other women, and we were having a really good time. And this woman came out from like the crowd, the dance floor crowd, and she came right up to me, and she was standing right in front of me. She didn't get on the stage, but she was standing there. And I could, like, there was such a yummy energy coming from her. And she was just looking at me, like, really lusting after me and, like, loving on me and, like, caring on me. And her eyes were, like, bright blue and beautiful. And we shared this really beautiful dance together. We weren't touching. there was no like, oh, she's a woman, so I can't receive this energy because I'm not gay or whatever the fuck that bullshit is, right? There was just this really yummy exchange of energy between beings and between our bodies that was actually really nurturing and yummy. And so when we look at sexuality and you look at your sexuality, what is it that you're not willing to receive from the whole world? You are an infinite being, and you happen to have a body that has a particular gender. Where have we made that so significant that we have cut off ourselves from everyone and everything? So those are the elements of sex. Now, each and every one of these elements actually have really, really different energies to them. And so that is part of unglumping these different energies and really becoming aware of them, so that when you are moving around in your everyday life, when you are looking at someone that you maybe desire to copulate with, look at all of these energies. So is there a sensuality that is present? Would that be yummy for me? Is this person like, do they have an orgasmic life? Are they like living the joy of living? Is that energy going to be present? Are they functioning from judgment and from sexuality and from like contraction? Is there sexualness? Is this going to be caring and nurturing for me and for my body? Like I said, you're an infinite being and you have a body. And it's actually your body that copulates with another body, right? And there's actually a whole lot of stuff that we can go into about that, because there is the orgasmic energy. Like I've had lovers and partners in different parts of the country, and we still shared that orgasmic energy when we were not in the same place. And I know some of you have that situation as well, where you can just tune into that person or perceive that person's energy, and your body turns on and you get that orgasmic sensation. And it doesn't actually have anything to do with your bodies being close together. So everything that we have defined and confined about the elements of sex, can we destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. That is the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. If you're new to this or not familiar with that, it's basically a magic wand that clears energy. So we ask a question and an energy comes up, and then we use the clearing statement to clear it. You really don't have to get it cognitively right now, but if you would like some more information, you can go to theclearingstatement.com. That sounded like a commercial. Awesome. Back to the present moment. So I see we've got some stuff going on in the chat. Let's la, hello, we can't hear, now we can, awesome, lots of sound, but now it's back. Lots of sound after the clapping. Nobody wants to have this kind of sex. I'm really excited about that. Like, no, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about the other kind of copulation that we can have. Okay, Sylvia says I'm making it too hot. Oh no, that's for Tara. Sorry. Awesome. So there aren't actually any questions there, Tara. Thank you so much. Cool. So I am actually going to...
The guy says, the guy next to me says that your eyes are amazing.
Oh, thank you. How does it get better? So I'm going to lower my barriers and receive that. And just receive that. So one of the things that I did want to play with around this, does anyone have any questions? You're welcome to unmute yourself if you have any questions right now about anything that I have said so far. Jean-Marc puts his hand on his chin and he's like,
I have.
Yes.
This is Tunda.
Hi, Tunde. How are you, darling?
Okay, how are you too? You good. I see you're fine, happy. Lately, my brother is in love, and this is like the first love what you would like to have in a relationship, like a complete union, seems to be. And he likes to talk about how they make love. And it's kind of makes me feel uncomfortable to listen to him. You know, I'm usually listening to everybody else's stuff, good or bad or whatever they have. And I don't know what to do with it.
What is that?
Yeah.
What do you
like? I don't really want to have sex with him. I know that it would be good, but it's just like that he's my brother. Kind of, it turns me on, but I don't dare to let myself or my body go there.
Well, so we talked about sex being receiving.
Okay, yeah.
To receive energy from your brother. And everywhere that you've defined, your family as and this is such a like kind of weird taboo subject, in this reality, like when we talk about sex in our family. But when we look at this from the point of view of sex being the receiving of energy, are you willing to receive from your family?
Somewhat not. Like, I always was a problem solver for them. So it's just not really icky, but it's like, I don't know where to put it.
So for everyone on the show, what decisions, judgments, conclusions, and computations are you using to define, confine, and limit the receiving you're not choosing? And everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it?
Okay.
Wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. What decisions, judgments, conclusions, and computations are you using to define and limit the receiving you're not choosing? And everything that is, can we destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shorts, boys, beyonds. Thank you, Tunde. I think that
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. This will probably unfold a little bit more as we move forward. And so actually what I was going to talk about before you asked your question may actually be a contribution. So let me just do that and then I'll go back to the chat. So when we create barriers, and I know that I did a whole show on barriers being bullshit, so if you are interested in that, you should look it up on my YouTube channel. But when we have barriers up between ourselves and our bodies, between ourselves and other people and the universe, then you really can't step into that energy of sex and that energy of receiving, because you've created these walls that are keeping you from that receiving. So any and all of the barriers throughout any lifetime, space, or dimension that you have created between you and your body and you and the universe, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate them? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Cool. So Tunde, any barriers that you may have erected, no pun intended, or maybe so, between you and your family and receiving from your family and being really present with your family, will you destroy and uncreate them? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. So let me look at some of these questions. So Aiden says, how do you go from being used to relationships and sex in relationships to copulation? It's like copulation is just so short and there's a nothingness to it. Aiden, will you unmute yourself and tell me a little bit more about this? Are you here? No, you are, but you're not unmuted. So how do you go from being used to relationships and sex in relationships to copulation? Okay. What is the copulation that you desire? And anything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive what that is for you, will you destroy and uncreate it? All right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. There, yeah. And if you have a follow-up to that, then let me know. What is the copulation that you desire? So Tara says, if attraction, who said attraction is based on judgment? Then what gives the initial desire for sex based in consciousness? Who said attraction is judgment?
That's what I thought it, because you have to like judge whether or not that person is attractive. or not, right? Isn't it a judgment? Like if I'm more attracted to, like, I think everybody that I've been with, like, is in this reality, like, really good looking. And okay, okay, thank you. I got his card for you, okay?
Awesome.
But yeah, everybody that I have thought was attractive, or everyone I've ever been with has been, in this reality standards, like attractive, or you know what I'm saying? And I know that for me, there's a little more depth there that actually has me want to be with them. But like, I think that to be attracted to somebody, isn't it coming from, you have to judge them as attractive, or and
that's an interesting point of view, Tara. So interesting point of view. I have that point of view. Interesting point of view. I have that point of view. I'm gonna mute you.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, there's something really interesting and a little bit funky there. So where have you defined that what you desire is a judgment? And everything that is, will you destroy it and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, online, shorts, boys, and beyonds. What definitions are you using to create the refined judgments you are choosing? And everything that is, we destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, online, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Attraction and all of these elements, I think we're sort of somewhere else with that.
Like, am I? This is probably just another way to make myself wrong, but it's like I'm looking through the archives, and I'm just like, gosh, like, am I shallow or am I just lucky? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So are you looking for ways to make yourself wrong?
All the time.
Awesome. So you keep doing that. Have fun with that. We're going to move on to the next question. Stop it. Stop it. Follow the energy. Ask questions. You know. So Sylvia, okay, so in Access Consciousness, we talk about, like, when you are looking at copulating with someone, that you should ask some questions about this. Like, is this going to be fun for me? Will this be nurturing for my body? Will they be grateful after we, copulate and all that good stuff? So she says, when you do ask the questions like, will this be fun? Will he be grateful, etc. Oh, she says, when do you ask the questions? You ask them all the time. She says, I'm usually so freaking horny and I don't get any clarity. So Sylvia, what is it that you desire in a body to copulate with? And you have to get the energy of what that is for you. And then you ask your body to show you. Body, show me the energy. Body, would that be? And then, like, don't wait until you're horny to try to find someone, or do, and go choose it and have fun and see what that creates. Choice creates, even in this area, ladies and gentlemen. And there's nothing wrong with just, like, going and picking a body just for fun, just for you. Never tell anyone. That's the thing about sex in this reality, is that we have made it so incredibly significant that we don't allow ourselves to just, like, enjoy it and have fun with it. Now, sometimes, like, Gary talks about, like, copulation should be, like playing tennis with someone. It's your bodies having fun together. And for me personally, that's not something that yes, I want to have fun while I'm having copulation, but I don't necessarily want to just go to a bar and pick someone up and just for fun and all that. That isn't actually what really truly works for me. I have tried that. I've been there. It's just not what I desire. And to be honest, in these 10 seconds, I'm not choosing copulation. I'm not choosing other bodies to copulate with. But that doesn't mean that I'm not allowing myself to have all of the elements of sex. I'm still enjoying my body's sensuality, and I'm enjoying the orgasmic qualities of living in this reality. And, I be as present with my body and with the sexualness that is available. And I have sex with all of the molecules in the world. So everywhere that you've defined copulation as that thing that you have to get and you have to have because you're so fucking horny, like, what else can turn your body on? You know, what if you took some of that energy, which is actually really juicy, yummy, creative energy, and you put it into something else, like maybe your business, like we were talking about earlier today. Like right now, I was laying in bed before this, you know, tuning into the energy of just what this was going to be. And I was like, wow, I really don't desire to copulate with another body right now. I want to have sex with my business. I want to have sex with all of my creations. I want to like be really present with all of the energies that are available to me. And that does not necessarily, for me, mean having a body to do that with. Maybe I'll change my mind in 10 seconds. Maybe I'll change my mind next week. Maybe the universe will deliver a delicious body that I can copulate with. I don't know, but it's not the thing that I'm like constantly focused on getting that. It's just not that important to me right now. So wherever you are in that space, whether it's I am super horny and I need to go out and pick up somebody tonight, awesome. How does it get better? What if you didn't judge yourself for that? Or you're all the way on the other extreme and you don't desire copulation at all? Then awesome. How does it get better than that? What if you didn't judge yourself for that? Let's see what else we have. Excellent question. So Jean-Marc says, I have a question regarding how to manage getting sexual attention and perceiving that energy, especially when I am public speaking. Lower your barriers and receive and enjoy the gift that it can be for your body. So our bodies actually truly, truly love and desire and love being lusted after. When you're walking around and you can just feel someone like, oh my God, you're so hot. That is actually an energy that your body loves. That is actually a contribution to your body. Yes, some of that energy may be a little funky, but still receive that energy. Does this light me up? Does this feel good? Is this light or is this heavy? And if it's heavy, it's like return to sender. No, thank you. And if it's light and it's generative for your body, then like, oh, thanks. How does it get better than that? Especially during public speaking, you've got, this is where the lowering of your barriers comes in. Like, especially before you go on stage, lower your barriers, expand your energy out. That energy can be such a contribution, can create such an aliveness in your body. And there's nothing wrong with receiving sexual energy. There's nothing wrong with that. So everywhere that we've decided that receiving lust, that being lusted after is some dirty, seedy, nasty thing that we should never do, can we destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all night, in shorts, boys and beyond. So if you're on stage and you're speaking and you perceive that energy and you put your barriers up, then you're also cutting yourself off from everyone else that's in the audience. Do you have anything else? Jean-Marc.
Here, I'm gonna, is that okay? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so that answers part of the question. I think
So someone else said, getting that much attention makes me really horny. Awesome.
That was me. That was me.
Awesome. Cool. How does it get better? Can you be horny? Just be turned on. What if there wasn't anything? Because I know, like, I know Jean-Marc, and he, as I think, still has a partner that lives in a different country.
Yes.
And I know Jean-Marc, he doesn't actually desire to just copulate with someone else. He has a partner that he desires to have that sort of connection with. And so be turned on, expand your energy, receive that energy, flow some of that energy to your partner all the way on the other side of the world so that she can have some of it too, and it can also contribute to her body. And just be present with all of that and allow it to infuse your creations and your life and your body, and just like, yeah.
I guess what I struggled with was feeling a little guilty for even feeling, yeah.
See, this is the thing that happens when we get into relationships. And so the way that this reality sets it up is so that you're in a relationship, so you can't receive that energy from anyone else. And you can't be turned on by anyone else. And you can't let anyone else, like, you just can't receive. right? But we're not, so there's so many different choices and possibilities available. And it is each and every person's individual choice what it is that they desire to do. And none of those choices are either right or wrong. And just receive the energy. And anywhere, so all of the distractor implants that kick in, like the guilt and the shame and the regret, those are all distractor implants that actually distract you from you, the being, and you, the potency that you are. So all of those distractor implants, can we destroy and create them? Right, wrong, good, bad, puck, pot, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. And anywhere you think you're doing something wrong by just receiving, will you destroy and uncreate that? You don't have to. You can keep making yourself wrong and feeling guilty and cutting off your, energy and your awareness. And you can keep doing that too.
No.
Awesome. So everything that brought up, can we destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Is there anything else there?
No, not really. I guess, well, yeah, I guess it's more of a feeling of jealousy, but then that's not my issue, and not from my part.
Yeah, it's not actually. And jealousy is actually, jealousy is a way, is about not changing something. So like when that jealousy comes up, it's like, I don't want our relationship to change. So I don't want you to be turned on by other people, because I think that if you're turned on by other people, then you're going to want to go with them, and then you're not going to want me anymore. So that is about not changing where you are. And that's a tricky whole other subject there. Maybe we'll do next week's show on that. And that isn't your problem. You be you. You be the kind, caring man that you be. Receive from anywhere and everywhere, and choose what is light and what is true for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And is that something you want to deal with forever? I don't know. It can change too. Have her call me. Okay. I have lots of experience, so that's total. Give me a call. Okay. So Nura says, what can I be or do when someone is coming on to me strongly? I can draw people in, but I don't know what to do, what that creates. You can draw, so I don't get the problem. You draw them in and they come on to you. Turn them down nicely, or are you just like playing? I don't know. I need more information. Yeah, what is it? What do you desire to create? What do you desire to create? Let me know about that. Okay. Sylvia says, yeah, turn it up every time. Nom, 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 nom. I like that. So I have a private question, which I'm not sure how to address that privately, publicly. What do you know? And I did also have someone that sent something in via email. If I could find it. Yeah, what are you really asking me here? I have the ability to be with a not so yummy lover. That sounds fun. Not so yummy? Is that really what you desire? So however, being with him would create a lot for the world. So, sweetness, are you a sexual healer? And are you trying to heal this person? February is going to be all about sex with Patty Alfonso, in case you haven't noticed. I have a few classes coming up. The next one is sexual consciousness, which is, we're going to go deeper into all of this. And then the one-off call is being a sexual healer. Now, a sexual healer, the way that we talk about it in Access Conscious, is like, if you're the kind of person who is constantly choosing people who are fucked up, people who need healing, because you can give them that healing, because you can change their world, then you keep choosing people who end up sucking the life out of you. And I don't know about you guys, but that stopped being fun for me a long time ago. And being a sexual healer can actually be a choice once you become aware of that. So for the private question person, look, honey, you said it right here. I have the ability to be with a not so yummy lover. Is that really truly what you desire? And anything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive what you and your body desire what would be a contribution to you and your body, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Let's see. Tara's taking off her clothes. She says, I usually choose unconscious people because choosing conscious people scares the shit out of me. I'm gonna call bullshit on that, girl. No, okay? No. We choose unconscious people because there is something about that we like and we love. So, you superior, no. Wait, I'm still looking for this question. Okay, so this person sent in a question. She says, my body has been turned off and locked up for so long. Is there any hope after years of being almost completely turned off? I think I gave up on feeling or being sexy long ago. What else is possible? Much gratitude for your gift of the calls. Thank you so much. I got it. I am living proof that there is quote unquote hope. I'm 42, I think, and I spent the first 35 years of my life being completely turned off, completely locked up. Wait, how old am I? Whatever. Numbers don't matter. It was a long time in the beginning of my life until I found pole dancing for consciousness, and until I made that choice and that demand to change this with my body. So is there hope? Yes. Do you need to make the demand for you and for yourself? Absolutely. Do you need to make some choices to make that demand be actualized? Absolutely. Does it have to take you 15 years like it took me? No, it doesn't. That's why I've created all of these classes in these next few months. That's why I've created everything that I've created. At the event that I was at last year, I was really, really struck by what I was already sort of like taking for granted in my own life with my body, and really just struck by what is happening in the world with bodies and with these energies and with sex and copulation and healing and all of this stuff. And I was just like, fuck, I need to make a bigger demand of myself this year. So absolutely, there is hope. This can be changed. This can be so much more fun. What would it take? So anywho, let me see if there's anything else here. Yeah, any other questions? I know some people joined us here sort of at the last minute. Hi, Natalie. Before we say goodbye, is there anything else that anyone has any questions on? How come I can't see anybody's faces? What's up? That's just like boring to me. I just see a bunch of blank spaces. Anyway, okay. How does it get better? Hi, Cheryl. What's up? Where do we want to go here? So we had a lot of really great questions. What energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to embody sensuality, sexualness, sex, copulation, and orgasm with total ease? And anything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What energy, space, and consciousness can you and your bodies be to perceive, know, be, and receive the elements of intimacy with you and your body with total ease? And anything that doesn't allow that, can we destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. This is really just a very brief introduction. I so would love to play with you guys a little bit more. Like I said, I've got sexual consciousness coming up February 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, being a sexual healer coming up February 8th, the energetic contribution on the 18th. And if you so dare be courageous, join me for the All Access Pass. It actually expires today. So if you were kind of thinking about it and you weren't really sure, now is the time, my friends. Hi, Tunde. Now is the time because it's going away after midnight. So anyway, any last minute, is conscious sex like you see fireworks? Copulation with a body who has a being who is totally present, who has no judgment, who desires to gift and receive with you, who embodies sexualness, and who asks your body how she or he would like to be touched before they touch you, and who honors you and cares about you, or no, yeah, that's included for, I'm just going to kind of tune into the energy of what it's like for me, is truly, can be utterly life-changing, universe transforming. That is what I desire in my life. You know, that's what I desire when I choose a body that I want to copulate with, and I will not settle for anything less. I'd rather just masturbate, you know, than find a body. That's just no fun for me. It's no fun for my body. Plus I'm a sexual healer as well. So, you know, I want to play and have fun and enjoy and all of that. And I am truly very, very picky about who it is that I choose to copulate with. And I know I've had those moments of just explosive sensation, universe changing, like the whole universe is in the room and it's freaking magical. And what would it take for all of us to be able to have that and receive that and be that? And what if we could walk around the world being that energy? I'm being that energy right now. I'm totally turned on right now. Are you turned on? Anybody else turned on? Or is it just me? No? Jean-Marc's like, yeah, it's okay, Jean-Marc. It's okay. It's just me. So yeah, what would it take? What would it take for all of us to have total consciousness and awareness of all of these energies and what they can create in the world and what they can create for you and for your body and for all of the bodies in the world? Like, what if we all had sexual consciousness, awareness of these sexual energies and the contribution that they can be? Because God knows for long these energies have been used against us and used in not so kind ways. So I'm on a mission to change that shit. How does it get better? So can you say more about choosing unconscious people? What would you like me to say about that? Nura, I need you to be more specific. Are you choosing unconscious people? What do you love about choosing unconscious people? Is that fun for you? That's cool if that's what you desire. Like, I don't have any judgment about that. No one should have any judgment about what anyone chooses. It's a choice. It's just a choice. There's no right or wrong. How does it get better? Okay. Our time is up. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for showing up. I adore you. The replay will go out soon. I'll post it on somewhere. I don't know. All my different places of posting it. You all have an amazing Saturday. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for showing up. I adore all of you, and I will see you somewhere around the globe. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.